Yeah, I got to look through my bumps on my computer, and I can tell you bumps that I have saved.
I really did mean to get back to thinking about it, but
I just didn't have
You're
time.
a little potent.
Yeah?
I basically got home, took a shower, and then...
I do like the sugar, though.
Then
I say, how you getting the sugar if you're drinking out of a straw?
I just lick it. I got a Minecraft straw, too. But it's the biggest one we had, so I was like, I need a big one. If you didn't know,
you did.
we are drinking margaritas for Madison's last podcast.
Did you start it already?
Yeah.
I'm not even done eating.
You're fine. Just eat. It's all good.
Make me look
He's
like
not going to
a
yell
big
at you
bag.
in this podcast, I guess.
No, he
Huh?
will.
Now what?
He
I
feels
said he's not going to
vulnerable.
yell at you on this podcast.
Are you going to let me read everything?
It's our last one.
Sure.
There goes the neighborhood.
Just enjoy it, you guys. Oh, don't worry, guys. This ain't the only one we got. No. We got a whole other pitcher down here.
Madison not drink the alcoholic beverages.
Yes, she does. She's
No.
18. Nobody's going to say anything. Who gives a shit?
She doth not do that.
I doth not care. You can suck my balls. She's
He
leaving
doth
for the
be
Navy. If she wants to have a
retardative.
drink with her dad, by God, she's allowed to. This is
He's
America.
had a few people.
He
doesn't
doth be the
know what he's
retardedest.
talking about.
Karen.
I don't
He
care.
doth be the retardedest.
It's legal to drink.
This
what
isn't
you
alcohol
find.
anyway. It's all Kool-Aid.
He always talketh the retardedestness. I sound retarded
She's
now.
not going to the Navy. She's going to drown it in the bathtub.
Drowned it.
He's gonna keep my dead body down here, so
Oh.
I never leave.
Okay. Well, we start to smell something funky. I know that you didn't actually go into the Navy.
Very tart.
Yeah, you guys are hearing
It's a
my
bit
comments
spicy.
of help from the grave, but you can't hear it.
I could.
Oh, you could? Okay, good.
All right. Anyway, don't forget about them socials.
We're
Just
that
because
connected.
she's leaving, don't mean we are. We're still here. But it's, that means follow us.
But
and
you're gonna
shit.
miss me.
I am.
Well,
How
I'll
many
miss you.
assholes we got on this ship anyhow? Go! I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
At
Funny,
least I
she's
can
gonna be on
If
a
you
ship.
say that on a
She will
ship
be on
and
the
nobody
Gets
No.
it?
helps,
leave.
leave. Just jump.
Just say, how many
Just
assholes
jump.
we got on the ship? If you don't get at least like 3, then
just
like,
just
all right, I
bail.
don't want to. I'm going to switch branches. Join the
just
army.
bail like midship.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, I
Going to the Air
died.
Force. At least there might be an asshole on that ship.
I would agree with you, Dad. At least 3. You need at least 3.
At least 3. They were like, yo!
Mm-hmm.
If you ever get down the engine bay and you say ludicrous speed now, and they don't...
At least react.
That movie's so quotable.
I hope the second one
Oh my
is-
god, nobody wants a
Did
book.
you see that teaser trailer for it?
Yeah.
I liked it was pretty
yeah,
funny.
It's pretty funny.
I will give him that.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
The
Yeah.
Spaceballs 2 movie?
Yeah. Yeah, that
We'll
was-
see. And I like that Mel Brooks came out and he had something to say about it. So.
yeah, he was like,
I
we
was
listened
like-
to the fans and we're making this movie anyway.
I'm glad he's doing it.
Because all the fans
Oh,
were
yeah.
like, no, please don't.
Because
Don't
if Mel
ruin it.
Brooks didn't do it, I wouldn't even care.
No.
I wouldn't care
No.
if there was a cool teaser. I'd be like, fuck that movie.
Yeah, the
so
movie's
hard.
going to suck. It's going to suck.
He still has to be the...
President's Crew.
He still has
So
to be
there's
president.
a movie trailer that I watched today. It's called Guns Up, I think. And it's got Kevin James in it and Christina Ricci, which I thought was a weird pair.
That is a
because they're
weird
husband
pair.
and wife. But it's like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith thing.
Huh.
It's like an action movie. I'm like, that's weird.
That
Two
is-
people who I don't associate with any action whatsoever
No.
are doing this action movie. And I'm like,
But it could work.
but it could work.
Yeah.
I was like, putting people in positions and roles like that are what makes sometimes
You always
great.
want to see
I like
actors
them
go out
step
there.
outside
Yeah,
there.
step outside that box. That's why I was like, this could be good
Mhm.
or bad. Either way, I'm on board for it. Let's find out. You know?
Yeah, I like it when they step outside of that comfort zone.
So, we'll see. I think it's called Guns Up. But I'll watch anything with Christina Ricci in it. I love that woman. Ever
Yeah.
since I was a kid. Well, I say we were kids because she's like our age.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you could like see yourself hanging out with her because
oh,
you were the
100%.
same age.
Yeah. She's a weirdo too, like
oh
us.
fuck yeah.
So,
Those are the best ones.
yeah.
I mean, look at us. Who wouldn't want to hang out with us?
Right. I mean, we're not that bad. We just feed fake alcohol to kids.
We're
It's
margarita
not
people
real
on a
alcohol.
Tuesday.
They have real alcohol. There's water in mine, I think. Or Kool-Aid or something.
There's water in mine too.
Spicy
From
Kool-Aid.
the ice.
Yeah, you put ice in there.
Spicy Kool-Aid.
It's very spicy Kool-Aid.
Mine's not that bad.
Wimp.
I'm the one who made it.
I'm the one that watched you
I just
pour
got
it.
pouring it in. I'm like,
He says, "Say when." Nobody said anything. We just watched.
No, the little voice in his head told him when.
Oh, okay.
I was
Alright.
just expecting it just to be straight tequila.
Yeah, I didn't expect there to be mix. I figured we were just going. We were
Shot,
going for
shot, 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 shot.
it. Dude, I don't know if I
We were
could
raw
do shots
dogging
like
that
I
bitch.
used to. I probably would have to have a chaser.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was like boom, 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 raw. Now it's like,
Yeah, that's how I am. I'm like, here we go.
yeah.
This is gonna feel funky.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I'm not gonna
I
like
love
this at all.
I didn't do
Ow.
this.
What's
I
this?
don't chain take them, but I can take them like a champ.
I
don't.
used to could.
We used to could too.
hmm
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody!
Enjoy your youth while it's there.
No shit.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
once you get to be our age, you're like,
I think I might need a straw because my ice part is not going anywhere.
I got you, Bill.
Thanks.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah. Neither is Madison's either.
She loves me and I love her.
Well, I'm not.
Don't
getting up.
hurt.
I got
She'd have
my
to
own
get up for you to
straw.
get up anyway.
Fair point.
He came with a straw, so
He came with a straw. It always reminds me of the Burbs. It came with the frame.
he came with the frame. Yeah, that's a good part.
Me and Jack watched that a couple weeks ago. Dude, he was cracking up.
I got us matching straws.
Sweet! You.
Orange.
See you guys.
You wish you could be as cool as us.
I have an orange straw.
Yeah,
It's
you wish you could be as
Minecraft.
cool as us.
Yeah,
Minecraft?
Sorry, but
I'm the-
that's a
I'm the-
12-year-old thing, not a...
Yeah,
No, it's just the
we're
biggest straw
mature
we had.
adults.
It's just
Yeah.
the biggest
You
straw.
guys
I
just
have.
wish you were as cool as me.
What, with your cut in half McDonald's straw?
Yep.
No.
Hey, that's root beer stand straw. Get it right.
Oh,
Ooh.
All right.
Alan Tudyk.
That was weird.
Now you gotta redo that, because it's
Faces
my
on
last
Tudyk.
one, and it has to be perfect.
I don't know why it did what it did.
Do it again.
Sounds pretty dreamy at the beginning. Like,
Like
you know, the
reading
Mario.
Rainbow or something. Or,
no, like the Mario, like when it would
oh yeah,
you know
or
what I'm
something
talking
from
What was that
Mr.
movie
Rogers'
where the
Neighborhood?
guy like went off on the people for not having the music ambient enough for when the doors open and he walked in?
Was that
is-
was that the record company movie?
Oh.
Rex Manning.
Oh, Empire Records.
Yeah, was that
Yeah,
Rex
I
Manning?
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, let's try it on this. Did it again. That's weird. I don't know why it's
It sounds like when Mario dies. Like when he dies and when he turns into like an angel and it goes
Oh.
game
Oh, yeah,
over.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know
that's what
which
it
game
sounds
that
like.
was.
All right. It was from Super Nintendo.
Yeah, the
That's
Super
why.
Mario World.
Yeah. All right. Anyway,
I know
yeah,
that.
it's Alan Tudyk.
It's crazy how like certain songs will be like or certain
Triggers your
sounds.
memories.
You know, you're like, oh, that sounds like this. I was right.
We're this old.
It's just like the Ninja Turtles game where you were in the swimming in the
Hey, Eric.
lake or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that one
Yeah.
NES
Yeah.
game?
Or even whenever you're under in a cave, it's like dun 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 dun
Yeah.
dun 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 dun. Sorry, I don't know the whole tune. Anyway, yeah, we're doing Alan Tudyk.
Sweet.
This guy's fucking hilarious, man.
That's gonna be tough.
It is. I love him.
I anticipated.
I think
this,
I know
so
which
that's why I
one,
didn't
though.
Look.
I loved him and just to throw this out there, the first was it the first Transformers?
Was he in that?
He was the butler to the one dude.
I don't know. I'm gonna look up his IMDb.
Me too.
You gonna read it?
No.
After I fought for you.
I'm fighting for you, too.
Fair point.
Oh,
All
wait.
right.
I don't even have
actually
to
made
look it
sense
up.
that time.
Yeah.
My favorite movie that he was in was A Knight's Tale.
Hello.
I loved him in that one.
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
he
thinking
good,
about
yeah.
that because it's cold Lance. Hello. Or like every time him and that other guy would start to get to
Wait.
fight, he'd be like,
He hits
I forgot
like
what your
what?
thing was.
A girl.
I gotta watch
Oh,
that
there's no
again.
deer on it.
God, I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, between him and the one dude that
The caller.
Yeah, the caller dude. I can't remember his name.
guys
Oh
want me to wait
yeah,
until
what's his
you're-
name? Something Bettany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I waiting until you guys are done finding movies?
Is it Peter? No,
No.
go ahead.
No.
Okay.
I don't remember his name.
Date of birth, March 16, 1971. Don't let Alan Dudyk?
Two
Dudyk.
dicks. Like he's got two dicks.
Dudyk.
Yeah, two dick.
String of cute. Wait, don't let Alan Tudyk string of cute animated blockbuster hits fool you. He can embody a wealth of diverse characters. Alan was born in El Paso?
Yeah.
Sure, Texas. But later he moved 600 miles east to Plano, Texas. I hate states and cities and names so much. Where he grew up. After attending senior high, he enrolled in Lon Morris Junior College, located in Jacksonville, Texas, in 1990. He studied drama at the school, was named most likely to succeed while there, and graduated with the Academic Award for Excellence. He was also a member of the Delta PSI Omega fraternity. Got this, guys.
We're with you.
Alan moved from Texas to New York to study at Juilliard, and after graduation made his feature film debut in the 1997 drama 35 Miles from Normal. He followed that up with the part of Everton in the 1998 Oscar-nominated biopic Patch Adams starring Robin Williams. In 1999, Alan won his first Broadway part in Epic Proportions, then went back to film in 2000 to appear alongside Sandra Bullock in the comedy 28 Days, as well as the ensemble dramedy Wonder Boys. The latter film stars Academy Award winner Michael Douglas and Frances McDormand, as well as Robert Downey Jr., Katie Holmes, and Tobey Maguire. Bob Dylan's hit track for the film, Things Have Changed, picked up an Oscar and Golden Globe in 2001 for Best Original Song. Alan joined forces with Heath Ledger for the action romance Knight's Tale in 2001, and lent his voice to the Oscar-nominated animated film Ice Age in 2002. Also in 2002, he began working on a comedy series that many people would associate him with for years to come. He played Washburn, on the sci-fi western dramedy Firefly in 14 episodes, wrapping up his stint in 2003. The following year, he scored parts in the Ben Stiller and Vince Vaughn comedy Dodgeball, True Underdog Story, and the
Pirate Steve.
in the Oscar-nominated sci-fi action film I, Robot with Will Smith. Alan remained in the sci-fi genre in 2005, taking a part in Joss
It's so tart.
Whedon's
not
film
bothering me.
Serenity, which also starred Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Alright, is that English?
I don't know.
Say that's how that's pronounced.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Who cares?
In 2006, he went back to Ice Age to voice Charlie in Ice Age The Meltdown before acting in the 2007 comedies Death at a Funeral and Knocked Up. He also played Doc Potter in 2007 Oscar-nominated drama 1310 to
Yuma.
That's what I meant to say. Which stars Russell Crowe and Christian Bale. In 2009, Alan returned to the realm of animated films with Astro Boy. A bunch of other people, including Nicolas Cage and Christian Bale, also lent their voices to the film. The next year, he appeared in the drama Beautiful Boy with Michael Sheen and Maria Bello, whatever, however you say it.
It's Bello.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Are
And
you testing us again?
yeah, I do it all the time. You guys just never know,
I always
especially
know.
him. I was testing him earlier. Not his patience, by the way. That's not what I mean. Even though that's what he thinks, because
Not
that's
very-
what I want him to think, just like I am right now.
They're very nice.
Psychological warfare.
Yeah, see? She gets it. She went to college for it. She should know. And began work on the animated series Young Justice. He was featured in 10 episodes between 2010 and 2013. Alan worked on a variety of projects in 2011. He played Dutch in the Oscar-nominated Transformers: Dark of the Moon with Shia LaBeouf. That is spelled so weird. She should change her name.
Even Stevens.
He should change his name.
It's Even Stevens.
Who?
He was Even Stevens.
Oh, okay.
He was
That's
in that
who
movie
Shia LaBeouf
Holes.
is.
Yeah.
Holes was pretty popular when
Holes.
you were younger.
I hated that movie.
Oh, okay.
He was Stanley.
I never watched it.
I hated that movie,
Yeah.
and I refused to read the book in class, which is another reason why I should have failed middle school, but they did not fail me.
They won't.
Because my
Yeah,
mother did
they
not
won't.
know that I was failing. Because I fooled her. Smart enough to fool her, smart enough to pass middle school. Alright.
Smart enough to get in the Navy.
High school's all that matters. What are you talking
He
about?
found out that you faked your transcripts from middle school. You're out of here.
I didn't fake them. They still say D's and F's. She just didn't know that because forgery was a thing.
Because whenever she saw D's and nuts. What?
No, the joke wasn't going around yet.
No, because he invented it just now.
Oh, yeah, sure. He's funny like that.
I am funny.
Funny looking.
Jesus.
Alright.
Low-hanging fruit, you two.
Alan worked on a
I didn't watch that one.
voiced Simon in the animated film Alvin and the Chipmunks Chipwrecked, played Lonnie on 12 episodes of Good Vibes, and began stepping into the role of Noah Werner in the comedy series Suburgatory. Sure. He wrapped up his part on Suburgatory in 2014 after appearing in 47 episodes. Going back to the world of Ice Age in 2012, Alan worked on the franchise's fourth film, Ice Age Continental Drift, with Ray Romano.
Romano.
That's what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Get your hearing checked.
And John Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo.
Just testing him.
Oh, okay.
He also lent his
sugar's
voice
good.
to the Oscar-nominated
agree.
animated comedy Wreck-It Ralph. In 2013, he explored his sporty side in the biopic 42, which chronicles the life of baseball player Jackie Robinson.
I thought he explored his sporty side in dodgeball.
It's Robinson.
Yeah. Yeah.
The films-
Dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
The film stars Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, I know.
You got hit the nuts in the face.
And Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford.
She's dusting
He's doing it on purpose.
Also in 2013, he voiced the character Duke in the highly successful Oscar winner Frozen. He did? I loved that movie whenever I was a kid.
I never seen it.
Frozen?
Yeah.
I've never watched it either.
I think I've watched it once or twice.
I never had any
with
daughters.
My daughter.
So.
I have a daughter and I never watched it.
Yeah, but she probably wasn't.
I wasn't living with him whenever it came out.
Yeah,
She watched it
probably,
like 300 times too.
Not
But
with
she was
you, I
old enough
didn't.
to watch it on her own. You didn't have to, like,
No.
be a part of it. So.
No.
Allie loved it.
I'm sure.
Alan stayed animated in 2014, working on the Oscar-winning Big Hero 6 with T.J.
Oh, I
Miller,
like that movie.
James
TJ
Cromwell,
Miller.
T.J. Cromwell,
The hell?
and
Who did he play in Big Hero 6? Did he play the?
I think he was the brother, wasn't he?
TJ Miller?
No.
Alan Tudyk?
Alan Tudyk.
I don't know.
He's probably
I've only
the.
seen
He was
that
probably
movie
the
once.
marshmallow
And-
robot dude.
and Maya
Maybe
Rudolph.
he was, actually.
Maya Rudolph.
The drunk scene.
You know, we still have a lot to read here.
About halfway there. He also acted alongside Kristen Wiig, James Marsden, Linda Cardellini.
You're gonna give
in
your
the
dad
dramedy
Whitaker ride in
Welcome
about
to
2
Me.
minutes.
Whitaker ride. And started a 14-episode run in the comedy series Newsreaders, which he ended in 2015, acting alongside Dylan O'Brien. Alan appeared in the 2015 sci-fi action thriller Maze Runner, The Scorch Trials. He also landed the part of Ian McLillan Hunter in Trumbo, the biopic of famed Hollywood screenwriter Dalton Trumbo. Trumbo. The Oscar-nominated film Bryan Cranston, Diane Lane, and Helen Mirren.
The bad guy?
He went back to TV for 18 episodes of the comedy series Con Man Between, 2015 and 2016. Also in 2016, he voiced Duke Weaselton in the animated hit Zootopia, and Hey Hey the Rooster in the animated feature film Moana. He voiced the chicken in Moana.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of voice work. Like an
Mhm.
assload of it.
He's done a lot in these probably past 10, 15, or 20 years. That's, yeah, 25, so on years.
He's done a couple of Halo games and
Yeah.
all kinds of shit.
His biggest film of 2016 was Rogue One, a Star Wars story, in which he played droid K2SO via motion capture. The sci-fi film is set before Star Wars episode, 6? 7? A New Hope? I don't know. And stars Felicity Jones?
Yep.
Felicia. And Mads Mikkelsen.
Yep.
I was kind of hoping I said that wrong. While discussing K2SO, the Entertainment Weekly, in August
probably did, I don't know.
2016, Alan said, "He's not an overly emotional guy. He's not like C-3PO, who's like a freaking neurotic mess. He's flappable, K2, whatever these words. K2 is too much more in the unflappable category." Alan also chatted with journalist John Waterhouse for StarWarsNews.com in August 2016, shedding light on what it means to be part of the Star Wars family and how it feels to be involved in Rogue One. He said, "I don't even know if I've even experienced a full understanding of what I'm a part of."
Your dad was like this.
It
Smelling my microphone.
It doesn't
when you
happen.
hear things snoring in the.
You're gonna listen to it later, and all you hear is.
It doesn't happen all at once. I was a part of a well-run film with amazing actors from all over the world. You're immediately working with a caliber of actor. Sure. And a film of detail and production and design that is rare. More recently, he lent his voice to animated Disney film Ralph Breaks the Internet, 2018. In September 2016, Alan married choreographer Carissa Barton in the Silver Lake neighborhood of Los Angeles. According to People, Carissa has performed in famous venues like the Sydney Opera House and the Kennedy Center, and has worked as an associate choreographer on one of Katy Perry's Grammy performances. That's it.
Sweet. Favorite Alan Dudyk movie or show?
I'm with Eric. It's Knight's Tale for me.
Knight's Tale?
Resident Evil.
Which one?
Or not Resident Evil, Resident Alien.
Resident Alien?
Yeah.
So if I'm going to go TV show, I'm going Resident Alien. But I love Tucker and Dale versus Evil too much, so that's what I'm going with. But if I was going to choose something else, it definitely would be Resident Alien. If you guys haven't seen that, dude,
I'll get around to
it's
it.
fucking great. He's awesome in that show. He's
He's
funny.
awesome in everything he does.
That is true, because I would also pick Dodgeball for him.
Mm-hmm.
I would also pick what was that other one that I was just thinking of?
Well, he was also in Arrested Development as like the preacher or whatever, which was fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
but
he's-
like, I mean, to me, like, okay, Knight's Tale was the first thing I saw him in.
I guess A Nice Tale is another one. That
And it was like the first thing that I like saw him in that like I recognized like how hilarious he was, you know. So, and then like when I saw him later, I'm like, hey, that's the.
I remember the part where he's going to run and try to fight the one knight.
Yeah, that's
One- he runs, jumps on it, and then pushes him off.
Yeah, he's pretty great. I think I'm going to go with Tucker and Dale versus Evil though.
Sure,
'cause
yeah.
He's front and center of this movie. He's hilarious the whole movie. I mean, both of them are. But in like Resident Alien, like he's hilarious in that show. So
He's gotten better looking as he's gotten older. Isn't that weird? Some people
More
how
put
they age
together,
and they,
yeah.
like they age and you're like, damn, look a lot better now.
Karen's like, I'd fuck that guy.
No. No, not my type.
All right. Well,
I think he'd be fun to hang out with.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
Yeah, we could be friends.
I bet he's smarter than all of us.
Probably.
I don't know. I'll give him a run for his money.
Karen's like, no, I'm always the smartest one in the room.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I just like to talk to smart people.
All right,
That's why she don't
let's
talk
move
to me.
on.
They say
Let's talk about the movie.
they say so- they say something smart, and Karen's like, "Yeah,
Write
yeah.
that down.
You didn't know that already, or are you telling me
you
that?"
You didn't study at Yale.
No, Princeton.
What'd you
Oh.
learn? No. They're like, "Where'd you learn that at? College? And what college did you go to?"
Oh, uni, I bet. You're just going to say uni. Uni.
A little university.
Where did it say he was from?
Jacksonville, I thought.
No, he's from Texas.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, I knew he was American, but like he always gave me a British vibe.
He
Yeah.
did, yeah.
And I think it's because the first thing I saw him in, he had like a British accent.
But
and
he's
it just
got
kinda
that
stuck,
look
you
and
know?
like posture about him.
It's
that
true,
says,
yeah.
That
Yeah.
says I'm kind of proper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except I bet he like surprises you, you know, like you go to like some
He pulls out
Fancy
a,
dinner,
he actually
he's
does
like-
pull out a PBR and like
he says some fancy dinner. Why do I have 3 forks?
what is the point of this? I'll just take a burger and fries.
Here,
and
I have
beer.
a couple of extra forks. I'll just
Yeah.
need the one.
Can you imagine if he was
He's
in
the guy
Shaun of
that
the
rips
Dead?
one at the table. Like, yeah.
Better out than in, my mom always said.
He would be pretty fun to hang out with.
No, we're just making him sound fun to hang out. He might be a dick in real life. We don't know.
That's true. Like, you never really know. You
No.
know what I mean? Like, there's some of them that you're pretty sure, like, you're about 90, like, Keanu Reeves is probably one of them. But, like, you know how devastated I would feel if I met Keanu Reeves and he
He
was
was
a
a complete
jerk?
asshole. Yeah.
I was so nervous to meet Robert Englund. I really, really was. But he was so nice.
I could see Robert Englund being nice. There's certain people I see and I'm like, I bet you're an asshole.
Like, we had this little 4-year-old that was, like, in front of us in line. And we all had, like, VIP passes. So you had the VIP line and stuff. And this little girl was standing there. And she had that pull string Freddy doll, you know, from the 80s. And she's just standing there. And he was, like, looking. You could see him, like, looking or whatever. And then he was like, hey, what's that little girl doing, you know? And she was like, oh, no, we're just watching. And he's like, you don't have tickets or anything? And she's like, no. He goes over to the rope, opens it up, pulls her in, takes a picture with her, and signs her doll. I was like,
I want to be a little girl.
I've been a huge fan since I was her age.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it was just sweet. It was
Little
really
bitch,
sweet.
give me that doll.
No.
And that picture, so
I was pissed though because they said that we couldn't bring. I called ahead and I asked if I could bring my my Freddy glove that's real, the replica glove, and they were like, no, because it has real blades. And I was like, okay. And then I get there and there's like 30 people carrying them around. I'm like, mother.
Because they didn't ask.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like, son of a bitch.
I would have just brought them.
They're not real blades. They're dull as shit.
Yeah, but they were just like...
It's a replica though. You can
You
sharpen
can
it.
sharpen them. But,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they would still...
Anyway,
don't
this
know.
week
I've
we
never really did
watched Tucker and Dale versus Evil. This is Madison's pick for her last week on the episode. Madison, when are you leaving?
I leave next Tuesday, which is a week from today, but 5 days from you guys or whatever. I leave July 1st.
Lame.
Yep.
Sorry.
I'm still not processing this.
Neither am I.
July 1st, and she'll be out. She'll be gone before I even get off of work. So
I'm not really going to come in here on Tuesday knowing you're gone and still be like staring at Jeremiah. You're not Madison.
You're not. Is she like out with her friends right now?
Yeah,
Why
like,
isn't
where's
she
Madison
here?
at? She's
Why is
just
my
like-
it
husband
would be funny though if he
substituted?
still had his long hair
I know.
and he like wore some of her clothes down here.
You would too.
Get one of my stretchy tank tops for him. You know?
At the end of the episode, he rips it all off. Yeah, ha, ha, I fooled you all. It was a disguise all along.
You all thought Madison was here, but she twas not.
Twasn't her.
It wasn't her.
It would be pretty funny.
That would be hilarious.
Anyway, we watched Tucker and Dale versus Evil this week from 2010.
Yep.
Karen, plot synopsis.
2 hillbillies are suspected of being killers by a group of paranoid college kids camping near the duo's West Virginian cabin. That was a long sentence. As the body count climbs, so does the fear and confusion as the college kids try to seek revenge against the pair. 1 hour and 29 minutes, rated R. Taylor Labine as Dale. Alan Tudyk as Tucker. Katrina Bowden as Allison.
Is that
Jesse
going down
Moss
good?
as Chas.
Is it
Chad.
going down good?
Yeah, it's
He's like, it's good.
refreshing.
It's refreshing.
It wasn't me, or did that Allison chick look like Christine Taylor?
Which one?
The main girl.
She's from 30 Rock.
Yeah, but she looks like Allison Taylor.
Who's that?
Or she is Allison. No. Christine Taylor.
Who's that?
Ben Stiller's wife. She played Marsha in the Brady Bunch.
Not really.
You're lying.
Marsha.
You're a fucking liar.
No, that girl stands out to me every time because of 30 Rock.
I think Eric
She plays the
needs more
dingy
to-
receptionist in 30 Rock.
You're a fucking liar.
I think Eric needs more to... Yeah.
No, I know she does, but I'm saying like she always reminded me of
You
Christine
want some
Taylor.
more, Eric?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, he does. Look at him.
I mean, I could probably do another one, but
I mean, I could, but I mean, I don't know.
I gotta be
Being the one driving
responsible.
home.
I gotta be responsible.
It's okay. You guys both, if you both drink the same amount and you put your mentalities together to drive, then it'll
Don't
be
do
like
that.
you'll be that much sober.
We'll wreck before we even get to the light.
You guys be like, no, I'm driving. I'm driving.
You operate the pedals and I'll steer.
You operate gas pedal, I'll operate the brake.
Oh god.
This doesn't stick,
You both be
is
pressing
it?
at the same time.
Eric,
Stop, I'm trying to go. It's a red light. I know.
this isn't a stick shift, is it?
Anyway, would you watch? Would you recommend, Madison?
Yes, yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. She's getting happy. I'm gonna say, of course, and of course. Like, this movie's awesome.
Eh.
Of course.
No, I like this movie a lot. And this will not be the last time I watch it.
No, I recommend this to everybody.
I
not
actually
be
think
last
we
time.
watched this like a month ago because Jack had never seen it.
Yeah.
And then
Really?
he watched it again when we were watching it. Yeah, he fucking loves this movie.
Yeah, this movie's awesome. What about you, Eric?
He's
Yeah.
a fucking liar.
You're a fucking
I know
liar.
you lied.
Meh.
Meh. I mean, don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. The movie is
Yes,
not
yes.
perfect.
No.
The movie is not
No
perfect.
movie
I was
is,
gonna be-
but it's
I've got
yes,
a few
yes.
critiques about the
I
movie.
was going to be a pain in the ass and just be like, it didn't age well, you know? I mean, now we're making fun of hillbillies and...
They still are. What are you talking about?
Oh, absolutely.
All Trump supporters are hillbillies, apparently. Don't you know?
Yeah.
We're all a bunch of rednecks.
I graduated from a uni.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow? Yo! I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
That's what we're going to do every time we push the bump. Yo.
I think we do usually.
All right. Madison is going to read the movie. And
Yes, ma'am.
there we go. Let's fucking do it. Let's fucking go.
Go. Let's go. Let's go.
Why? That's not 18.
We already did that.
Yeah, but my bump is supposed to be 18, not...
18.
Yeah. Yeah, 17, 18.
Oh, this one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did 18 and it did
Did
that.
It did that on me.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that was what it was supposed to
He's got creator profile.
I might have to program that button for this button.
be. Okay.
Don't hit the 18 no more. It don't work out.
Yeah.
It no worky.
Yeah.
It was his new favorite.
Not this
too.
button?
I don't even know. Go ahead. Sorry.
Don't hit the red button.
We'll get there.
Okay.
So badly. I was hooked.
Oh, yeah. It's
If
not
you would have had
programmed.
that
See?
blender
He
plugged
didn't
in.
program it.
X key. So we're going to...
It's okay. We don't have to
Oh,
do
hold
it
on.
right
Hold
now.
on. I got you, dog.
We know
how do
you're
you-
dying to use it. You just ask us how you do it?
It's
How
been so
do
long
you-
since I programmed one of these.
How do you do
do
this?
this?
I don't fucking know, dude. I never
Default.
fucked with it.
Keyboard function.
This
Well-
is our tech guy, everyone.
Is it...
Yep.
Oh, so it's just 18?
Yeah.
How do you fucking...
I don't know what 18 is.
Window... Okay. Switch
Scusi, scusi.
key map?
Big tunnel.
Function. Key
Ugh.
map 2. What?
Ah, fuck it. Don't worry about it.
No.
Keyboard function? What did
no,
they-
I already clicked that. It's not what it is.
No, not keyboard map. Keyboard function.
You know what's really funny
Where's
is that if you're
keyboard?
It's
fucking
right
with this
below
right now,
default.
we're going to go back into the...
Rebind key
Rebind
to
Okay.
You gonna click the button?
click it. Click the 18.
No, don't.
I did it.
Yeah, you pressed X.
I hit the button.
Yep, he's drunk.
I ain't drunk.
Okay, now hit.
Hold on, I'll do it.
See,
Okay.
she's telling me to hit the damn button. You hear that?
I didn't tell you to hit X.
Ooh, jeez.
Oh boy.
Margaritas.
Oh boy.
They make
I'm
What's
mean
going to be funny
drunk.
is we're going to go back into the recording and it's going to be paused.
None of this is recording right
Don't-
now.
don't say
Fuck!
that. Oh, there it
Matter
is.
of fact, it didn't record at all.
I warned you.
Try-
I warned you.
Try it now.
Try it now.
Okay. I got nothing.
Did I do it? Oh, I programmed it to the wrong one.
Oh my god.
That's my bad, guys. Hold on, just bear with us.
You sound
Oh
like
my
I'm drunk.
god.
Oh my god! Man, where's the oh my god! There it is.
No, it didn't work
Oh.
yet. Okay. Just let me do this.
Oh my God!
No, stop. Stop. Okay. We're
Our
just gonna
listeners are going to be like, what the
exit
fuck?
that.
All right.
Everyone's like, dude,
I'm
why are...
tired of
I'm
hearing
tired
this.
of hearing that one.
Yeah, what are they doing?
He's not gonna be able to use it for the rest of the podcast by this point.
Yeah, I'm not going to be hitting the button.
Never, never, never. Don't press the
It was his
18
favorite.
button.
It would have been good when I had it.
It won't let me just click on it or nothing.
I
Well, that'll
fucking
be too easy.
Just disable. Re-enable.
You couldn't click on it before.
Hit F. Hit your 18 again.
I did it.
They're gonna be sick of hearing that too.
I pushed it at the button.
I don't know if you should drive.
I'm fine.
I pushed it in the button and then.
I broke it in your toy.
Hold the
They
button
take
down.
Dr. Peppers.
Hold the button down.
You're
I don't know. Gotcha, bitch. See, now it should work. It's not. I don't have the thing up yet. Calm down. Why are you getting so button happy?
Oh, whoa.
Try it again.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Everybody's like, yeah, we're already tired of that ball.
Yeah, we fucking hate that one.
Oh, we hate that one now. Thank you. What
Alright,
movie's
good.
that from? Because I'm never going to watch it. You don't want to anyway.
probably getting tired
Yes,
of hearing
you
the
do.
fucking creator profile.
That movie's
go up.
amazing. It's probably my favorite movie ever. About that time, eh?
Oh, it's that time.
Just drink it out of there.
We get what?
Just messing.
It's just my germs.
Yeah.
My germs.
How do I know what you do in your spare time?
That is true. Oh, shit.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. Thought you had spiders before.
No doubt.
I won't be here for it.
She's like, I don't care.
I should have brought down napkins
If spiders hatch in your pocket, that's on you.
in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
No, they lay eggs in cheeks. Didn't you ever see the story?
Mm-mm.
Her name
What?
is
All right.
Ruth.
Continue.
Excuse me. A group of...
Mi scusi.
Would you like to read, Eric?
I'm just trying to help you out here. You didn't have to say.
help you out.
You didn't
here.
have to
You
say
didn't have to
excuse
say
me. I
excuse
got
me.
you.
I was just trying to...
I don't give a fuck.
Keisha? I just watched that movie the other day.
She's like, Dad, is there any nudity in this movie? He's like, no. She comes back like, Dad, there was a lot of nudity in that movie.
Well, I was watching it with my two little brothers.
I don't remember there being any nudity in that movie.
I don't.
It's
either.
not even just that, but the ghost literally, like,
I was gonna say
freaks
there's
with her.
a whole.
and the man.
Yeah, but that shit was funny. That's not even like,
Not to a 9-year-old.
I'm sure he thought it was funny.
Jackson. You thought Jackson thought it was funny?
No, Jackson's just a prude.
Garrett thought it was hilarious. He's like, ah! And I'm like, cover your eyes. He's like,
Didn't the dude get raped by
Yeah,
the...
he did. He did.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's just
yeah.
funny as fuck.
And then he's watching it. And
he's remembering it now that we've already seen it.
Yeah, I knew that part.
It's
Now
funny,
that the kids
the
are already
funniest
been-
part was him watching himself getting by the ghost.
I love Marlon Wayans too.
Fuck yeah.
A group of college students, including Allison, Chad, Chloe, Chuck, Jason, Naomi, Todd, Mitch, and Mike, God, there were so many of them at the beginning, are going camping in West Virginia. While at a gas station, they meet Tucker and Dale, two well-meaning hillbillies who have just bought the vacation home of their dreams, a rundown lakefront cabin in the middle of the woods. Dale tries to talk to Allison, but because of his inferiority complex and appearance, he only scares her and her friend.
Just smile and laugh a lot.
I don't think that I don't think it was his inferiority complex. I think it was the scythe that he decided to walk over there with. Because I don't care what you look like. If you could look like Brad Pitt, but if you walk at me with a scythe, I'm not interested.
Yeah, especially when he walks up and he's like, "So, you guys going camping?"
Yeah.
Why was he even holding a scythe?
That's what I mean. Like, he put down a shovel and picked up a scythe.
I think a shovel would have been scarier, I'm not gonna lie.
I think nothing. Just nothing. You don't... Unless you got a limp...
He should have walked up with pickled eggs.
Yeah, walk up with those pickled eggs.
You want a pickled egg?
Tucker and Dale soon continue to their rundown derelict cabin. There's something in my eyelash. Or my eye. Probably an
Your finger?
eyelash. Maybe. Let me just... You ever seen that one video about the girl with the nail? She like sticks her finger in the corner of her eye and then brushes it under her eyelid. Ugh. Like she's got them long nails and just she's like, have you ever had an itch on the back of your eye?
Never.
And it goes like this and I'm like, oh God.
You probably have an itch under there because you scratched the fuck out of it.
Yeah, there, but like it was her top lid. All you could see her nail through her eyelid.
I could never wear contacts for that reason.
You get used to it real quick.
Maybe.
And then like one time I thought I hadn't taken them out and I was like in bed, I'm like shit. So I like went to take it out. Nope, they're out. They're out.
You poked yourself in the eye.
I poked myself in the eye.
Nope. Can I see right now? Yeah.
Well, it was dark. I was like, I went and got in bed, and I'm like, oh shit, I think I forgot to take out my contacts, and I went to like take it out. I'm like, ow. Yeah.
Oh, imagine.
It was pretty
That
funny.
would suck.
Everybody's like, you just poked yourself in the eye. I'm like, shut up.
I think the worst thing
No.
Talk about it.
Leave me alone. God.
I think the worst thing I ever had was a splinter in my eye.
Ugh.
I've scratched my eyeball before. That sucks.
Yeah.
That hurts. And you're blind in that eye for the day. A day or
Yeah,
two.
it's
even.
still-
Well, that one's not working.
Yeah,
Get
that one's
steel
done for the
splinter.
day.
Let me
Steel
just pull out my
splinter.
trusted
Mhm.
eye patch.
You just want to keep it shut because all you're doing is blinking. Your eyes
Yeah.
are watering all day.
I hate when you go for an eye thing or an eye exam and they do the puff.
I don't bother.
You ever get the puff of air? No?
Yeah,
Dude.
they shoot a puff of air into your eyeball.
It's to check the reflexes in your eye. I do it, like, I blink so bad because I'm anticipating it, that they actually did something different the last time. It was like this laser thing, and they actually, like, were poking holes in my eye. And I didn't know that. I was like, okay. And they're like, you won't blink for this because it's just going to be quick. And they did it. And I'm like, what is that? I kind of felt like a needle for a second. She's like, yeah, that's what it is. And I was like, you just
What?
put a needle in my eye. I'll take the air next time. I'll just do this.
All right.
That's fucking.
Tucker and Dale soon continue to the rundown derelict.
Derelict.
That's what I meant.
I
Derelict
figured.
cabin.
We know.
The
Did it
two
show
are
the blue
delighted
steel?
in their new home despite structural hazards resulting from the building's state of disrepair. Meanwhile, in the nearby woods, the college students have set up camp. Chad tells everyone a story recounting an event known as the Memorial Day Massacre.
I remember them just walking into the cabin and being like, seeing all this shit hanging out. We're like, oh yeah, a little fixer. It's dusty.
Well,
and then they
then,
walk
yeah,
over to the wall of like
Newspapers.
newspaper clippings, and they're like, would you look at that? And then they're like talking
No
about
expiration date.
buy two, get one free on hot dogs. No expiration date, man.
He's like, no expiration date. We're making money on this already.
Yeah.
I like how they're walking around. They're seeing all those bones
Yeah.
hanging up, and he's like, "Oh, he must have been a taxidermist."
Yeah, that must have been a taxidermist.
Come to
Which
find out
took
they're
place-
keeping bones.
Yeah. Which took place 20 years previously in the same section of the woods. Who sold them that house, by the way? Who sold them
Chad's
that?
dad. From the fucking psych ward.
Which took place 20 years previously in the same section of the woods, leaving only one survivor soon after the group decides to go skinny dipping in a nearby lake. Also on the lake are Tucker and Dale, who are fishing. Allison spots them and, startled, falls into the water and hits her head. Tucker and Dale save her, but the college kids think Allison is being kidnapped.
Hey,
we got your friend!
Yeah.
Run!
No, my favorite part is the, are you okay?
Oh, God. You don't like pancakes.
Oh, it's the pancakes, isn't it? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I'll go make you something else.
The next day, Allison wakes up in Tucker and Dale's cabin. At first scared, she befriends Dale and finds that the pair is harmless. Oh, God.
They're more harmful to each other than they are anything
No
else.
kidding.
Well, mostly, I mean, Tucker gets fucked up in this movie, man.
Yeah.
He does, too.
And he doesn't even get, like, a girl at the end.
Nothing.
Like,
No.
he just
Gets
fucking
nothing.
gets fucked
The fucking
up.
bees had me dying.
Oh,
Dude,
God,
Dale
that
didn't have a
scene.
single mark on him.
No. That scene kills me every time with the fucking bees. When he comes back in, he just pours the beer over his face.
Yeah.
What happened to your face?
And he's like,
And he's like, why
what?
would you do that?
And
you did
he's
it
like
on
laying
purpose.
there like agony. He's like, we'll help her, right, Dale? Or Tucker? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, we'll help her.
I'll come over there and pull the stingers out of your face. Would you like that?
I would very much. Thank you.
I will say they
says
did
it so quietly, too.
they did a really good job at like the blisters on his face, kind
Mhm.
of going down in real time. Like they
Yeah,
weren't
I
they weren't
noticed
just
that.
gone; they were just slowly kind
Slowly
of
going
you know.
away.
It wasn't cartoony. It
Yeah.
was,
Yeah,
But you could see, like, when he had, like, blood all over his face, like, it was...
yeah. You could
starting
still
to peel-
see some of the
It was starting
blisters.
to peel off.
Mm-hmm. They can only do so much.
I know.
The college kids arrive at the cabin to save Allison from her captors, whom they presume to be psycho killers. Chuck leaves in his dad's car to retrieve help from the police. As Mitch approaches the cabin, Tucker appears frantically waving a chainsaw after accidentally hitting a beehive. The college kids scatter through the woods, resulting in Mitch accidentally impaling himself on a broken tree. That part right there was one of the main parts I remembered from a kid, because I remember watching that and thinking, can I actually do that? Can I get impaled from running too fast into
Yes.
a
Yeah,
tree?
you can.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
You can
I
run
don't-
it, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, if you ran
never
into
caught me running through a
sharp like
forest
that,
again.
Yeah.
You know, I did that once whenever I was a kid. You know those fire hydrant boxes that they put in hallways and things like that? The big metal ones.
Mhm.
Whenever I was like 7 years old or 6 or 7 years old, we had just gotten back from a haunted house. I remember this very vividly. And Cody was chasing me through the hallway of our babysitter's apartment complex as we had just gotten home, and I was running and I wasn't looking. I was like looking back, and you know, and I turned around and bam, I hit one of them fucking fire hydrant boxes, and it just hit me the corner on the top of the head, knocked me straight on my ass.
Oh,
and
yeah.
fucking messed up my head and shit. And
Just leave me here for dead.
yeah, well, like my babysitter, who was also like my second cousin or something, she was like freaking out and shit because my mom and my stepdad were at work and all that, and she's like, you can't go to sleep, you might have a concussion and blah blah blah. So I had to like stay up all night, and I was tired as shit because, you know, I just got back from a haunted house.
Yeah.
You know, I was de-energized. I just wanted to go to sleep, and I think eventually I did fall asleep and nothing happened, so that was good. But
Isn't she
They
the
say
same
it's on
babysitter you had whenever the lawnmower ran over your toes?
no, that was a different one.
Giving these babysitters heart attacks, getting them fired.
They're the ones who did it. Well, she didn't do that,
I was
but the
gonna
one
say.
babysitter did. She had me on top of the lawnmower, on the front hood of the lawnmower, the rider, and I fell off and my foot went under the fucking lawnmower. That's her fault for putting me up there. And I was much younger than, I think I was only like 4 when that happened.
I think I'd kill somebody over that.
Oh,
My
yeah.
dad was furious because I lived with my dad at the time. They had to rush me to the hospital and shit. Because like it skimmed the top of my toes.
Could they
Luckily there
save
was
the
like,
toes?
yeah, no, my toes are fine.
I wonder
So,
if you got one with
if
a
you look
nail
at my
on
toes
it.
now,
No
you would
or
never
toe
know that
prints.
happened.
No, I was just thinking maybe, you know, you got one that had a fingernail on it.
No, no. But no,
I
like
don't
my
remember that
toes,
one looking like that.
my toes are fine and everything. But I was like, I remember that to this day, like that happening. That's crazy.
Now you remember Tucker at the end. I don't remember that one looking like that. That's what I was getting at.
All drugged and stuff. He's got a woman.
He's like, does that look weird to you? No.
Not that it's red or painted or.
I wonder whose finger.
I don't remember that one looking like that. I think it was the smoking chick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Had like a yellow stain on it. Cigarette.
I don't even smoke weird.
Chainsaw after accidentally hitting a beehive, broken tree. Soon after, the college kids find his body, and Chad persuades the others they are in a battle to survive with the hillbillies. Meanwhile, Tucker and Dale set out to find the kids, but fail to do so. The college kids, you're spilling it all over the place.
That's water.
Condensation.
Thank you, sir.
The college kids attack, however, in their attempts, Allison is knocked out unconscious. Todd is impaled, and Mike jumps headfirst into a wood chipper. Tucker and...
We're a bunch of rim lickers around here.
Window liquor. The smells.
How do you
tastes like
headfirst into a wood chipper?
That was the most unrealistic part, but
dude, that one's my favorite part because like he jumps into it and he turns around instantly. He's trying to pull him out. He's like, "Are you okay? Like,
are you okay?"
He's halfway through.
Yeah,
no, he's gone.
I don't think there's any.
He's not even
away. He's like, he sure is heavy for half a man.
Yeah, and then he like drags it over his body instead of like pulling it off. So he just drags it over his face. Which, considering what Tucker's been through, Dale kind of, he deserved a little bit of that. Yeah.
Man.
Just saying.
The college kids return to the cabin to see Allison being forced to dig her own grave. Oh, shoot. Jumps headfirst in a wood chipper. Okay. Tucker and Dale lock themselves in their cabin with an unconscious Allison as they believe the college kids have made a suicide pact. Meanwhile, the college kids decide they should either leave or get help from the police, but Chad remains certain they must fight the hillbillies themselves. Despite this, Chloe manages to flag down a passing police car driven by the sheriff, Philip Granger.
I have to say, of course,
with Chuck.
They decided to name the asshole kid Chad. And he has a popped collar. Like, they couldn't have gotten more on point.
Douche.
Yeah.
A douchey.
And like the what did he say? A few tiny little murders. Maybe you deserve to die, honestly. Like, that's you don't care that that's happened. Like,
so my one gripe of this whole movie is the person who plays Chad. I don't like him. And I know you're not supposed to like him, but I don't like him as an actor in that role. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like they could have found somebody far douchier.
Oh, yeah.
Far more convincing than he was, as not just a douche, but also eventually the psycho killer at the end.
The only critique I really
didn't
have
like him that much
when it comes to Chad's character, honestly, is I feel like they didn't do a good enough job of, like, covering up who that was at the beginning. Because even the first time I saw it, and he jumped out and, like, killed the reporter and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that looks like that kid.
Yeah, they totally gave that away, right?
Yeah, like, there's no... And I think, they thought they were being, like...
Clever,
but, like... Yeah, that's really the only critique I have.
I didn't like him.
I didn't mind him.
I didn't, like, it's... I don't know.
I can see what you mean.
I want to hate him. Like, not just be like, yeah, he's an asshole. No, I want him to be, like, on that level of, like, that kid from, like, the main douche from Friday the 13th remake?
Oh, yeah.
The blonde guy. He was also the same guy who was in, what other movie was he in, where he played pretty much the same character?
Well, I think what you mean, honestly...
Like, that guy would have been perfect for this.
No, I think what you mean is, like, Chad was too unlikable for this flavor of a movie. There should have been some kind of comedic flair to it. Instead, you just hated him. Is that what you're saying?
No, yes, but I feel like I didn't hate him enough. I hated him in this role. I don't feel like he fit that role.
Like a different actor.
Like a different actor could have knocked it out of the park, whereas he was just kind of mediocre to me.
I guess
I'm not
I
saying
that,
like
but
I'm not saying like get a big name actor in there or nothing, but like just get somebody who's more convincing, I suppose.
I could just see like with him, they didn't give him any real comedic factor. I think what they were trying for was, the whole a few little murders or whatever, but like there was no real comedy to him. and I get he's the bad guy, but like
maybe he just wasn't funny enough.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying for this flavor of a movie, that's really the only thing I have to say about Chad is that I feel like even the bad guy...
He was my least favorite part of the movie.
Yeah, I feel like even the bad guy should have some funny lines here
Especially
and there
since this is mostly a comedy.
Right,
you know.
Right. Well, and it's a misunderstanding kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been funnier to me if, like, midway through the movie he realized that it was, like, a misunderstanding. And he was still like, fuck it. You know? Like, that would have been kind of funny to me, I guess. Or
he
like,
kind of did, though. I mean... Especially whenever he found out he was a hillbilly. He was half hillbilly.
Dude. Yeah, but he was, like, almost dead by that point. Yeah.
Like, wait, you're half hillbilly.
Take it back!
Take it back.
And the scariest moments in this movie involved him. You know, like, if there were scary moments, it was Chad.
Right. Yeah. It just kind of makes you wonder what kind of moron is she to be hanging out with idiots like that.
Yeah, right.
See, I hate that trope. More than any other trope in movies, the nice girl is only friends with assholes or only dates assholes.
Yeah.
I find that so hard to believe. I don't understand
I wouldn't say that they were all assholes. Like, the black dude and the black chick seemed like more level-headed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they seemed all right.
It
But,
was
like,
just that blonde chick and Chad.
yeah.
But I guess, like, to me, it's like...
The two other
if
guys
there's
weren't around
one
long enough for it
person-
to matter.
Like, if there's one person in a group that's a dick, how long did those people last around us?
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna... If you're a good person, you got good morals, you're, you know, whatever, you're not gonna sit there and just be like, oh, he's just kind of a dick. You just have to get past it. No, the fuck I don't.
Yeah.
You're a dick. I don't like you.
Mhm.
Like, at least in Friday the 13th, they were all kind of using the main douchebag.
Yeah.
Like, they were going to his dad's cabin and blah, blah, blah.
You can pinpoint some that you're like, oh, okay, I see what's going on.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
But, like, no, I hate that trope. I don't have any use for it. I hate it.
I
think
hate it
it's
too,
dumb.
yeah. But I see where they're going with it in this movie.
Yeah.
So, but this movie's also like 15 years old, so. Which is crazy, because I remember
You
when
could
it came
actually
out.
just see Chad and the blonde bimbo being together. Then
Uh-huh. Yeah. I didn't like her either.
No.
She drove me up a wall. Like,
All
why
right.
are you wearing like high heels in the fucking woods, you dumbass?
It
That was kinda
lasted
funny,
for
though,
so long.
She did. She lasted a really long time. I wanted her to die a lot sooner.
Mm-hmm.
No, at least
I
she
really
died by her
wanted
own
her to
hand,
go head first
mostly.
in the wood chipper.
At least she died by her own hand, mostly. Stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, let me light up a smoke while everything's...
Well, there's a bunch of gasoline behind me.
There's
Yeah.
a whole lot of misunderstanding in that cabin scene. Holy shit, you guys just killed yourselves.
It reminds me of that scene from Community where he comes back with the pizza and everything's on fire.
it's just the gnome is sitting there.
Yeah, and it's only been like 3 minutes. And he comes back and he's like, what the fuck?
Then he looks at the gnome. You.
Chloe, Jason, and Naomi get in and travel to the cabin. After arriving, the sheriff inspects the place before leaning against an unsteady beam, which falls and kills him. The college, I'd called that. I knew he was going to lean
She
back.
did too. She's like, he's going to lean on that beam, isn't he? It's going to kill him.
Well,
I mean, there's a little bit of foreshadowing there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was standing by it the whole time. You're like,
Mhm.
yep,
It's coming.
You see it behind him, and you're like, he's going to start walking backwards.
I remember this.
That's
I
one of
remember
the
this
best
is gonna
scenes,
go.
though. Like,
Oh, yeah.
whenever they walk, the sheriff pulls up and they got half the dead guy, and he's like, "Do I look like some kind of goddamn moron to you? Like, you actually expect me to believe that cockamamie story?" I'm like, "Oh, okay," but he's like, "Well, we've had a doozy of a day."
It's like, let me talk. And then he starts in about, well, no, the girl in the cabin can tell you all about it when she wakes up.
She's unconscious in my bedroom.
I accidentally hit her with the shovel.
accidentally.
Yeah.
Accidentally.
The cop is like, right. Keep going. This is entertaining.
I don't believe this shit.
That shit. Well, this is probably one of the best scenes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because the whole time, like, Tucker's over there, just like, ha, ha, accidentally.
Yeah. yeah.
Accidentally.
You see his face the whole time. He's just like,
Shut up.
and
Like,
then when he
like-
says accidentally, he's like, accidentally.
and then he's like, yeah, she's knocked unconscious. She's in my bedroom. He's like, oh.
the whole time.
He's like
God.
5 counts of involuntary manslaughter.
Yeah, here we go. We're going to jail.
I'm not gonna believe
That was the
this.
exact look on his face, too. He was like...
Didn't I tell you boys it was going to
Accidentally.
be a bad time for you up here?
I warned you.
The college students panic, resulting in Chuck shooting himself in the face. God, what an idiot. Chad appears and attempts to
Yes,
shoot
dude. He looks down the
Chucker.
barrel. Hurr. How do you cock it?
He's like, no.
Now, how did they not? They like. I assume that they thought, "Well, oh my God, they killed Chuck or whatever his name is." Like, no, man. Like, you saw him holding a gun. He shot himself in the face.
Chad
They
appears and
mind fucked
attempts
him.
to shoot Tucker and Dale, but only manages to capture Tucker. Which sucks, because Tucker's my favorite. Are you gonna go and, like, try and kill him?
Oh my God, they cut off his bowling fingers.
Dale leaves to rescue Tucker and finds him in a trap in the forest at the cabin. Chad and Naomi arrive to save Allison, who insists everything is a misunderstanding and Tucker and Dale don't mean any harm. However, they accuse Allison of having Stockholm Syndrome. Tucker and Dale arrive back and Allison attempts to calmly discuss the situation, leading to Chad revealing his mother was a survivor of the Memorial Day massacre, while his dad was killed by hillbillies, which is why he hates them.
It's lies.
Huh. Outside, Jason and Chloe suspect that the rest of their friends have been captured and so attack with a lawnmower, resulting in Naomi having her face shredded off.
Was that a lawnmower? That was a weed
whacker.
whacker.
Weed
That was a
whacker.
weed whacker.
Yeah.
With a blade on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird attachment.
Where'd they get it
It was a
from?
very odd attachment. Yeah.
Those guys were
Well,
into
they had a
some
bunch
fucked
of that
up
stuff in
shit.
the back of their truck.
They did.
Tucker and Dale did, yeah.
They do that all the time with weed eaters.
That was a joke.
They do put like heavier. They have those ones that have like the heavier attachments on them.
They also have those braided.
Yeah.
like,
They
metal
have
and
ones
stuff,
with salt blade attachments.
So I believe that, yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't have to change them as often.
Yeah.
They're probably cheaper. You know, less of a hassle to handle.
Yeah,
Just have to
like
watch your
big-
toes,
Well, and especially when they're doing like big brush areas and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
which is what I assume they got it for.
Yep.
As the fight breaks out, Jason is set on fire. As the fire spreads, Allison, Tucker, and Dale escape, but Chloe and Chad remain inside as a stockpile of fuel cans explode. I knew I should have put those outside.
Really
She
comes down-
picks up the
Smelling
moonshine. Oh no,
gasoline
not
is
that.
really comes down to the blonde girl being the reason why the fucking fire got out of control.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's dumbass and poured the moonshine on it.
Yeah.
If it's in a jar in a hillbilly's cabin,
Leave it the fuck alone.
you don't dump it on
No,
fire.
I thought she was the one that got lit on fire.
No, the
she
black
lit
dude
up she lit up a cigarette next to the gas can, so she made everything explode because the
Yeah, who
you know,
poured the moonshine?
She
then?
did.
She did.
She did?
She grabbed it. He's like, "Oh, not that!" And then she if there's a jar with a clear liquid in it in anybody's
It's
cabin,
not water.
actually in general, ever,
I mean,
Don't
let's
pour
just
it
look
on
around.
anything.
Do we see a sink?
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Where'd the water come from if it's water?
Yeah.
And any water you're getting around here is not,
Not
gonna be that
even
clear.
stop, drop,
If
and
it's a
roll,
clear liquid in a
man.
mason
Oh, I
jar,
said that when they were like,
Yeah.
stop, drop, and roll.
if it's clear liquid in a mason jar,
And
period,
then he
just don't
immediately
fuck
drops,
That's a good-
but
yeah,
doesn't.
that's a
unless
good
you're
rule
planning
of
on
thumb.
drinking it.
Yeah, that's
They
a good
say-
rule of thumb.
with it. Just
Oh,
drink
Karen.
it. That you'll get fucked up.
They said that, and immediately they said stop, drop, and roll. He stopped, he dropped, but he did not
He
roll.
did not roll. At that point, he was done.
Yeah.
Funny.
Chad reveals himself to still be alive, but persistent in murdering Tucker and Dale. Allison, Tucker, and Dale attempt to escape in a truck, but they crash it moments after. They're like, just don't wreck it. It's the last thing I have left.
Yeah.
Immediately wrecks it.
Yeah.
I can't believe that he is gonna continue to be friends with him. I would be done. I would be over that guy. You get the girl. You wreck my truck.
You burn
My
my
cabin's
place
on fire.
down.
I almost lost my 2 fingers, assuming this weird looking
But it
one
didn't matter. It
takes.
wasn't Dale's fault
No,
though,
it
for the most
wasn't.
part. Like
No.
it was definitely just them college kids being morons.
Dumbass.
Yeah.
This is like, the whole stereotype thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Where you look at a person, you're judging them by the book or by the way they look.
And that's
stuff,
what they did too. They're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you're half hillbilly. How dare you?"
First of all, they didn't help matters with the scythe, and then they're driving by and just.
staring at them.
Did you guys notice too at the beginning they're drinking that quintessential movie beer where it just
It's
says
just
beer,
yeah.
and then later they got PBR.
They got PBR. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that too. I was like, huh.
Maybe the budget went up midway through the movie or something.
We can afford PBR now.
What do
So, they
hillbillies
got a
like the
whole
most
case
that we can afford,
The
guys?
PBR, that was what they
PBR is definitely a hillbilly beer, though. Like
Oh,
hillbillies
I
love PBR.
like PBR though.
Yeah.
I do.
Which, if you guys haven't noticed, whenever Jeremiah's here, he
Mhm.
drinks PBR.
I like
so.
PBR. It's good.
He's a city
for the price you
hillbilly.
pay, especially.
It's a good cheap beer.
Yes, it is.
City hillbilly.
I drink the fuck
You
out
have
of
a
No,
PBR.
he's definitely a redneck.
If I'm
My husband is
playing beer
100%
pong or
right.
flip cup, I'm using PBR.
He's like a weird redneck that listens to like rap a lot. Like it's weird. I don't know how to explain my husband at all, honestly.
That's how Ethan is.
Like he would be
Except with
perfectly at
rock.
home, like on a ranch somewhere, but like just everything else about him is not exactly cowboy.
It's
I'm
kind
not
of mix
sure.
and match.
It's like, ew, a spider.
No,
Can I ride that horse?
no, he's okay with spiders. He's not great.
Jeremiah's
but he's
like, fuck you, man.
okay.
Awakening sometime later,
Come
Dale
down
finds
here
an
one time
injured
and throw
Tucker.
a spider at you.
I don't
Fuck off.
mind spiders.
No,
They
just
bother me.
because of the.
Awakening sometime
I'll
later,
show you spider.
Dale finds an injured Tucker who reveals Chad has taken Allison to an old sawmill. Dale travels to the saw. Was he like hit with the hatchet? Because if he was, how is he still alive? Tucker. Like
No?
after the car accident, or was that just injuries from the car accident?
That was just injuries.
Yeah,
from
it was
car
just
accident.
injuries from the car accident.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
all the trauma.
Because
he's
they
endured.
were-
the side that it was where that tree limb.
Well, I
came
saw
in, it kinda-
I saw the tree come through, but I thought all the blood was like right on his.
No, it was mostly like here, and it kind of ran down his arm.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Losing too much blood.
He'll be fine.
Dale.
Yeah.
Well, no, duh. Except for his lady finger, he might not have another finger after that. They should have made it. Was it his middle finger? Because they should have made it his middle finger. That was the lady finger. That would be hilarious.
It was. I thought this one and this one, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
I know one of them was a lady finger, but the
Yeah,
other
this one was
wasn't.
the lady finger.
Oh, they should have made the lady finger his middle finger. So every time he went to go put someone off, like he just had like a painted nail.
That was his ring finger.
Yeah. See, that's what I thought I remember, but
Well,
like,
at least
they
when he
should
gets
have.
married,
Yeah, I
it'll
was
be
gonna
pretty.
say,
Well, it can't
The
be
girl
on
that-
his right hand.
The girl proposes to him.
Yeah, the girl proposes to him.
Man. Dale travels to the sawmill and finds Allison restrained by an insane Chad.
He was
Intensely
kind of
insane.
intense.
Yeah.
He's a little fucked up.
Dale fights with Chad before Allison and Dale barricade themselves inside a room and find old news clippings on the Memorial Day massacre.
Midoriya, my boy, my door, my duck.
Dora the Explorer.
You guys, I went this whole time without stuttering. Let's go. I just want to point that out.
Put
that cookie
down!
I literally have a paragraph and a half until I'm done. Can we not make fun of me?
I'm sorry.
Which
I've
one
been
is
doing
it?
so. I've been doing so.
Yeah, that's what I was going.
I've been doing so good. It's actually
No. No.
insane.
No sticky mess.
It's not open.
It would hit him, and then it would probably bust open.
Or it would hit something else, or
Like once you throw it too much, and it hits that, and it just bursts open everywhere.
I'll hit it like a soccer.
I'm pretty good at aim, you guys. Hold on. Where he hits it with his head is none of my business. After it leaves my hand, it's his problem.
It's true.
That is fair.
hits the fucking camera, takes it out.
For the technical difficulties. We'll be back right after these messages.
Right after she gets her ass kicked.
Joseph. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Come back, Madison's got a black eye.
Oh, come on. Pooh. Oh.
Give me that other Dr. Pepper. Bam!
Should have threw the full one. So now I'm gonna beat you with it.
Anyways, I was gonna say a joke, but then it kind of fell flat in my head. So now I forgot it. So
I want to tell a joke, but then I said it in my head and it wasn't very funny, so.
You guys are hilarious.
We are,
Yeah.
mostly.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Sorry, that joke fell flat in my head too.
But
I
you said
award
it.
you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I still have Dr. Pepper that I can throw. I'm
It's
18,
okay.
he can't stop me.
No,
Hear that? She said, hit 18.
I know.
Hit 18.
I heard it.
Favorite.
I know they're sick of hearing that. I know they are.
I'm not.
Chad's father was never murdered as he was the Memorial Day killer who raped his mother, making Chad half hillbilly.
Groovy.
Chad
Just like
becomes
his daddy, too.
Chad becomes enraged over the truth, forcing Dale to attack Chad with a box of chamomile
Chamomile.
Chamomile tea.
tea. I don't like tea, so I don't care. Which gives him an allergic reaction and he falls out of a window. Afterward, the police and news crew arrive at the cabin and conclude the college students were in a suicide pact and Chad was the ringleader. While convalescing? Sure. In the hospital, Tucker asks Dale whether he managed to ask Allison on a date and is happy to hear that the two of them are going 10-pin bowling. Later that night, at the bowling alley, the two confess their feelings for one another and kiss, while some guy is dragging off a woman.
Fuck it, I don't care.
Was it just me, or did Chad's dad in the newspaper look a little bit Amish?
Yeah.
He did.
He looked very Amish.
Yeah.
I thought that was weird. I was like, Amish people aren't hillbillies, they're just Amish.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to believe that him and Allie got married and had little half.
That's what I like
babies.
to believe, too. I like to believe they lived happily ever after. Happily. And
had little half hillbilly children.
Little half. No, they were probably full hillbilly because she was kind of hillbilly too.
That's true. She was a grew up. Yeah, she grew up on a farm.
That's true. So, but let's face it, she probably didn't do that much on the farm. You see the size of her; she was like 100 pounds, soaking wet.
Dude, you ain't kidding. She was like
tiny.
I've seen farm girls that look like that though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Surprisingly strong. You want
to
arm wrestle? Oh.
Yeah, but that kind of girl though, she's not hanging out with all the douchebags.
No,
you know what I mean. Like a farm girl's not coming to college and hanging out with a bunch of douchey people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So, like, I guarantee you, she didn't do much on the farm.
I have such a problem with that trope. It pisses me off. Like, I'm instantly just like, fuck that.
It is really annoying whenever you're like, you have this main girl who's like supposed to be the more timid,
like sweet as pie,
yeah, but she hangs out with all the douchiest people at
or
school.
She's dating the douche.
You're telling me those are the only people that you can hang out with at school? Like, you wouldn't even blink an eye at them people.
Yeah, or she's dating him.
Yeah.
It's like, if I was dating somebody that I found out pretty quickly was an asshole, like, it wouldn't last.
Well, she wasn't dating the guy.
No, I'm just saying that's the trope.
Right.
She's either friends with all of them or she's dating one.
Like the girl from Friday the 13th, the remake.
Yeah, or like, fucking Encino Man, or I mean, you could name off a million of them. Son-in-law.
I would say the first Karate Kid, but I really think that girl was just a plain up douche. Because I think she's stirring that pot between Johnny and
that's one of the
Danny.
theories, isn't it?
Yeah. She was stirring that pot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but it's a trope. I mean, you see it in so many movies, and it annoys the shit out of me.
She liked people fighting over.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then in the second movie, they come back and she wrecked his car.
Don't fight over little old me.
Yeah. Stupid bitches.
Mm-hmm.
And then look at all these years later, Johnny and Danny are friends. Because if they would have just started out that way, it'd have been fine.
It'd be funny if they both got like matching tattoos. Fuck bitches.
fuck them hoes. All right, are you guys good? Got everything covered?
I guess so.
That doesn't sound very.
Not really a lot to unpack, honestly. I mean,
no, there's really not. It's pretty
straightforward.
Requoting.
Yeah, a lot of requoting and a lot of love this part.
Movie.
I mean,
well. Let's run out this bitch. Let's review this bitch. Just remade the song. All right, so Madison, what'd you think of Tucker and Dale versus Evil?
I really like this movie. It was pretty good. Same old.
What?
Same old.
No, I really like this movie. I remember it when I was a kid. Not a lot of it, but I remember Dad watching it when I was a kid, and I haven't seen it since I was a kid, so I figured it was about time to probably rewatch it.
Absolutely.
It was either this one or The Black Phone, but I really like this movie because it's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just thought it was hilarious, and whenever Garrett's a little bit older, I might show it to him, even though he doesn't really have to be because he watched A Haunted House the other day. So, yeah,
if he can handle that.
Yeah, right. And he watched both Conjuring movies with me, so I know he's not afraid of blood or scary things. Even though he was like a year ago, which is kind of sketchy.
First one's creepy as shit.
So was the second one. You remember seeing the Crooked Man?
Yeah, that's true. Crooked Man.
That dog turned into the Crooked Man. I was like,
I'm out.
Nope.
No thanks. No thanks.
No, but I really like this movie. I thought it was hilarious. I think Dale and Tucker have a really nice relationship that I wish I could have one friend like that, but that never works out properly. And, yeah. I think we'll go with that. I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8, though, because it was a cute movie.
Alright.
That's one word for it.
I don't know if I'd say 8.
Oh man!
I don't know.
The blood was adorable.
Yeah, the guy jumping in the wood chipper, man. That was really
does it for me every time.
Yeah.
This movie's pretty awesome. I've loved it since it came out. The relationship between Tucker and Dale is pretty great. There's really no bickering or arguing between them, which sometimes, for me, always drags a movie down. Where you got that whole they kiss and make up essentially. I hate that shit. It's annoying. It drags the movie down.
But it works in this one.
Well, there is none of that in this. There's no.
They're just totally friends.
They're totally
no matter
friends
what's
throughout the
happening.
whole movie. There's
The
no
closest
argument
you get
or-
is that part where he gets stung by the bees, and he's like,
Yeah.
if you were out there helping me,
You want me to pull the stingers from your face?
I'd like that.
very
I'd like that
much.
very much.
Thank you. But like that's cool. I don't mind the characters in it except Chad. Chad's the only one that really bothers me. I just think he was miscast.
Fucking Chad.
I don't know what it is about his character. I just don't like him, and it's not like in a way that I'm supposed to not like him. It's in a way that I'm like I don't feel like he fits the part. That's just how I feel about it.
Slightly annoyed with him.
Yeah, a little bit annoyed by it because I'm like you just don't fit it for me,
Right.
especially whenever he becomes like the full blown serial killer. Like he just not serial killer material to me.
I can see that.
You know what I mean? So, honestly, that's kind of where the movie falls off a little bit. Is whenever all the kids die in the cabin, it catches on fire, and from there it's like them versus Chad. The movie does fall off a bit right there, but not too much, not an egregious amount or anything like that. But everything before that is especially fucking hilarious. Everything with Tucker and Dale, everything especially the whole part with the kids killing themselves all over my property. That shit's hilarious.
Had a doozy
Because
of
they
a
are
day.
too. They're just killing themselves.
Yeah, he's like it's some kind of suicide pact or something. That shit's fucking great because in any other movie, any horror movie, these guys would be the bad guys. They'd be the psycho killers, and they turn that trope over to the college kids who would essentially be the victims in this sort of scenario.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool that they turn that around and turn it on. Like that's the whole idea of this movie is turning that trope on its head.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I love it. It's great. And I love it whenever movies do that sometimes. But other than that, it's fucking great. It's hilarious. I love Alan Tudyk and I don't remember the other dude's name.
Tyler Labine.
Tyler, yeah. I love those dudes. And I don't know what the hell happened to him.
He was in a show we were watching for a while where he was like a psychic that talked to ghosts or something. And it had,
Oh, I know. I think I know what you're talking about.
dude, it was fucking hilarious. And then they canceled it. I can't remember what it was.
That was
now,
an
but-
older show, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the only other thing I saw him in. And then he was a doctor in some show. Because I remember, just shaking my head. And the only reason I knew was because it was a clip that was going around. And it was during COVID. And he comes out and he's talking to, the parent or whatever. And he says something really stupid. I cannot even remember now. But it was oh, my God. Woke shit. What was wrong with him was, a woke problem.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so for all that, I mean, I think he was funny. He's been in a couple of things that I remember watching. He was in Super Troopers 2. He's been in a few things that I really liked. He was in another TV show that was really funny. He was in that movie, too, with where he was, single, and they were trying to hook him up with this girl, but then they realized that him and this girl were, too much alike, and they were falling too much in love, and they hated it because they wanted their friend back, and blah, blah, blah. Shit was funny, though.
His tumors were caused by racism.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I'm not joking. You can look
What?
up the clip. I'm looking at it right now.
No, I don't want to.
What?
A Harvard test suggests that racism may have caused a man's tumor due to internalized oppression.
Yeah, that's as woke as it gets there.
New Amsterdam was the show.
Okay, yeah. But anyway, he's hilarious. I think he's funny when he is trying to be funny. But I think I'm going to go with an 8.5 on this. It would have definitely been a 9 if it hadn't been, I think, for Chad. I think he just bothers me. I don't know why. Other than that, though, like I like the fact that Tucker or Dale gets the girl at the end of the movie, all that stuff. Like, because if they hadn't done that, it's kind of like, what's it all for then?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I love that. I think that's a great thing.
Yep.
Because it's a lot of times you don't see a cool ending like that where, you know, the guy in his position like that, like, gets the girl, and that's awesome.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree.
So,
a lot of what you said, I agree with. I don't want to just keep repeating the same things, but one thing that I've always struggled with is that they at the end they say it was a suicide pact and that Chad was the leader, but obviously his body is gone, and nobody talks about that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's no, like, the reporter doesn't say, like, oh, you know, Chad is missing, or, you know, Tucker and Dale aren't worried about Chad's body missing. Nobody brings that up. It's sort of like almost a forgotten piece. Like, at the end, they just forgot to mention that, you know, oh, by the way, Chad isn't where he was.
Look out for a killer on the loose.
Yeah, and I feel like that's kind of an important piece.
yeah.
But otherwise, it's, you know, that's probably really the only big gripe I have. You know, I mentioned some things earlier, but they're not huge to me. That don't bother me that much. But that one does bother me a little bit because I feel like it's kind of important. He's basically the main, you know, protagonist, and he was a huge part of the movie and literally the reason that everything happens at the end. And then we just kind of forget to mention that, oh, by the way, he's okay. You know, well, I mean, minus the giant burns on his face. So I'm with you,
antagonist?
though. Oh, yeah, antagonist. Sorry, I always get that fucked up. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to go 8.5 like you. So
Cool beans.
You guys pretty much covered by the time it gets to me. So, yeah, I mean, I really like the comedy in it. So, I'm at an 8.
So 8.25?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes!
Good
Math
job,
rules.
Eric.
What?
Because remember the other week he did the same thing?
No, I don't remember
He used his big brain.
I can use it once in a while.
that. Sorry, but my small brain doesn't comprehend large memories like that.
Did you get your Rotten Tomatoes set then?
Yes, ma'am.
Critics, I'm going to say, is a 72.
I'm
I'm going low on that.
I don't know. I kind
The audience, I say, is
I
higher
bet
than
it
that,
lands
but
about where we are.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a straight 80.
It's a good choice. I'm gonna go 85.
What'd you say?
72.
What'd you say?
80.
You said 85. Dad's gonna take it. It's an 86th percentile.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the popcorn meter?
I
I'm
bet
gonna
it's
say
close.
92.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I bet it's in the 90s.
I'm gonna say 87.
87. You guys are there too. I'm gonna go 85 again.
Dad popped it right on the popcorn meter. It's 85.
Wow.
Oh yeah, bro.
So the critics were higher than the audience on this one.
Yeah,
by
just by
1%.
a percent. Critics consensus. I forgot to say that after critic.
Yeah.
Like the best horror comedies, Tucker and Dale versus Evil Minds. It's central, crazy joke for some incredible scares, laughs, and believe it or not, heart.
Started it.
But I
Yeah,
didn't
like
do
we're
it.
not talking physical heart. We're talking like emotional
Feels
heart.
great.
Emotionally, yeah. Emotions.
Yeah, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
All the heartstrings.
What does that say?
Dionysus.
Is that a real name?
No, I don't know.
Dionysus. A mess that... Oh, it's a 2.5. A mess that in the end was not even worth seeing.
Yeah,
One
well,
star.
That's just like your opinion and stuff.
1 star by Steve Dick.
What
It's Steve D, but you know, we abbreviate.
is it?
Yeah.
Steve D.
Steve D?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nowhere near as clever as it thinks. It is. It is a 1
Neither
star.
are you.
Yeah, bitch.
Fuck your own face!
Right.
We get real confrontational when we've been drinking.
2 stars.
You wanna fucking go? You wanna fucking go?
2 stars, no name.
Are you Steve D?
Had
You
a lot of
Steve D?
potential, but the characters are unlikable, and the third act of the film is terrible.
Mi scusi.
The characters are unlikable?
Yeah, that's what he
I
said.
love Tucker and Dale.
So do I.
Fucking liars.
They're just like big teddy bears.
They just don't
Big
like them because they're
dumb teddy
hillbillies.
bears.
You're racist against hillbillies.
And they never said what happened to the dog.
What dog?
I think he's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Jangers? Jangers.
I think it's Jangers, yeah. You want some more of this?
No. A star and a half by Harsh C. Harsh C.
Harsh C.
Like Hershey. Harsh C. A star and a half.
Bet they're
Likeable.
diabetic.
Likeable characters, but the story wears thin pretty quickly. 2.5 stars,
Just like
no
your
name.
face.
Just like my patience.
Watched it on an airplane after being recommended.
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 Recommended. What happened to your rectum where it needed mended?
I had a
He was on the airplane. Maybe he went to a Mile High Club with somebody else.
I had
Recommended
my
as one of the
rectum
funniest hidden gem movies ever. Maybe exhaled through my nose to laugh once or twice, but this movie was pretty forgettable.
You ever wonder what people like that
It's just
do
like
find
Which-
funny?
Which,
Yeah.
well, which is why I found it crazy, because if I remember this since I was like, I don't even know how old. How old was I whenever this movie came out?
You'd have been like three or
If
four.
I can remember this movie from the age of 3, how can they think it's forgettable?
They don't have a big brain.
That's what
to
I'm saying.
remember
Like people
kind of
like that, I
stuff.
wonder what to them is a good comedy or a
Yeah.
good movie. Like
What's
I
What's funny to you then?
Well,
Like,
it's crazy because I didn't even think it was funny because I didn't like horror movies or any kind of blood whenever I was a kid.
yeah, you did. You
Okay,
sat down and
I
watched the
don't
entire
remember
Hellraiser
liking it.
series with me and had no problem with it.
Okay, well, I don't remember liking
If you can watch Hellraiser,
If you can watch Hellraiser, you can watch just about anything.
yeah.
Baby Town Frolics.
Baby Town Frolics.
My
Okay,
mom
well,
called
I don't
The
remember
Exorcist
liking
the,
gore, and yet
babysitter
I
for me.
remember this movie. Even if I did or
I got some
didn't like
shit
it,
to
I
do. Sit
still
here and
remember
watch
it.
this.
2.5 stars. This was pretty funny. A clever
Mom, she
addition to the
masturbates
comedy
with a
horror genre.
crucifix.
A clever
I don't even
addition to
own
the
it.
comedy horror genre. 2.5 stars. 3 stars, predictable but still mildly entertaining. 2 stars. There were not many low star rating. Like I think I
You
only
got a high
found 1
tomato
or
score.
2 1 stars.
Yeah, you got a high tomato score or whatever. You're not going to get a lot of
Yeah.
love.
No, it's really hard to.
Yeah.
2 stars. Zany horror comedy with some laughs, but overall the stupidity kind of drowns that, leaving you somewhat underwhelmed.
Liar.
Yeah, I know.
Liar, pants on fire.
Silly but fun, with a nice
Go to hell for
twist
lying.
on the usual backwoods horror genre. They gave it 2.5 stars. And that was the last one I got.
I say it's pretty fucking smart.
Yeah. I'd say so.
I
Heck,
thought so.
I would have never thought of a story like that. in a
Especially when it
million
came
years.
out in 2010. Like whenever all these like horror movies with major, like back then, like from 2000 2010, the
You
the
got
horror
wrong
movie
turn,
tropes.
genre just
Yeah, the
took
tropes
off.
were through the roof, dude. They were so bad. You would
so
think
many
that like,
slashers, so many.
yeah, well, you had Scream who was kind of leaning into it, where everybody else was kind of like fixated on, like they were just like all the tropes were.
And there were a lot of backwoods ones.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You had the wrong turn. You had wrong turn come out, and then a lot of fucking like copycats,
Yeah, you had the Hills Have Eyes remake,
Mhm.
all that shit.
which was fucking.
That was a good movie though.
Yeah.
I'm going to go far left. This kind of goes back to where you say liar, liar, pants on fire. I want to make pants that bust on fire for somebody lying. Get rid of truth, lie detectors, and just put them in the pants.
So like when they go to court, everybody has to wear like pants on fire pants.
Yeah.
You swear the truth, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Why is they're putting on the pants?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
everybody start telling truth.
All right, put
Unless
these
they
pants
wanna
on. All right, fuck.
seems a bit rough though.
Fuck
All right,
it.
moving on.
Sweet ass trivia with Karen.
This is the last trivia I'll ever hear.
It's really short.
Not
too.
if you listen to the podcast after you leave.
How am I supposed to do that without a phone?
You're only going to be in basic for so long, dude.
You got a lot of catching up to do.
Who said I got that much time in school A?
Might.
I don't even know if I have that much time in school A. I hope I do. I hope I have enough time to at least watch an episode of something.
I'm sure you
The
will.
podcast.
Anything, even if it's a 20-minute
Sure.
episode.
I know.
She doesn't
Make me
listen to
sad.
it now.
Fair point.
It's because I lived through it now.
I listen to it because I like to see what we can improve on and things like that.
I have to listen to it so that I can make stuff. Yeah. Anyway. A special feature on the DVD plays the movie from the college kid's perspective.
Eric doesn't listen to it.
I do. There's certain episodes I'll listen to.
Like which ones?
What was the last one I listened to?
Episode 92.
No. It was about maybe five episodes ago. Which one was that?
I couldn't tell you.
I can't remember which one it was.
Who cares?
Yeah. Move on.
Special feature on the DVD plays the movie from the college kid's perspective in which Tucker and Dale are murderous villains. I'm going to watch that. Because I'm interested. Yeah. It's on the Blu-ray too.
You get your stomach in check.
I went to Walmart yesterday hoping to find it.
We've
at
had
Walmart
it.
And I was like, I can't find it on Blu-ray.
We've had it for...
I'm sure you can get it on Amazon or something. But.
Probably, yeah. We've had it for, I think, since we watched it or whatever. Whenever the special feature
He does
Blu-ray.
it on purpose. I don't know what to tell you.
No, I think he just doesn't remember. I honestly think he does not care enough to remember.
Right. Selfish. Tyler Labine chose the giver hat to wear as Dale for two reasons. First, it looks like the word giver, alluding to his kind and generous nature. Second, it is the Canadian equivalent to get her done, the redneck phrase popularized by Larry the Cable Guy. Alan Dudyk came up with the idea to pour beer on his face to treat Tucker's bee stings. Tyler Labine ad-libbed the line, "They hate my face." When the nail gun is used as a weapon, it is actually hooked up to an air compressor, and Dale can be seen holding down the safety tip on the front of the gun with his fingers. Without both of these actions, the nail gun would not fire. The handling of the device is very accurate in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, you literally have to hold that.
I put that in there for you because you've brought that up several times when we've been watching something when they were using a nail gun as a gun. And you were like, that's not accurate.
Yeah,
like, I can think of at least 3 times. I remember talking about it on the podcast, and you're like, yeah, they didn't do it right. So I put that in there for you.
Okay. Yeah, they literally have to pull back the safety.
Mm-hmm.
On what?
On
the nail gun.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
You have to hold the safety back, and then you have to have
It's basically, you have to push it like for
it's whenever you got to press it down.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So are we?
You may not have it in like an old nail gun, but
you guys should have had like Jeremiah in the background waiting to come down here to like swap out, do a steady swap out.
Wearing Madison's clothes.
I'm sorry, but I don't want some guy wearing my clothes.
He couldn't fit in your clothes anyway.
I'm sure he
That's
could
pretty
squeeze his butt
skinny.
in my shorts.
That'd be funnier than shit.
I'll just give him some of my clothes next week.
give him a crop top.
I got the perfect black one too. Comes down like a point like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have it have a wig on with like hair up in the bun or something.
Yeah.
Hey, I got like a really gothic emo dress that he could probably fit into because it like stretches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and it even comes with like one of those like short. It's like it has a hood and then long sleeves, but it like cuts here, so like, and then the top is a corset kind of deal.
Oh God.
Oh
God.
It's like red with skulls and everything. And then the rest of it is black.
He'd look hot.
He can put his head up and everything.
Yeah, baby.
Don't set him next to Joseph over there.
Hey, girl. He like, I don't know. He might rub my leg back.
He probably would.
You're gonna lose your husband.
Doubt it.
He's staying with me tonight.
You mean next week tonight? Still a man for now.
All right.
So.
Hold on.
Oh.
What's in the box?
I was waiting till everybody was done talking.
They're calling your head a box. What do you have to say about that?
It's fucking weird.
That is weird.
I don't
give a fuck, Keisha.
Did you hear about the new thing where like if you're a girl but you identify as a man but you're gay, then you're into dudes?
What?
Yeah.
No, I'm lost. Like,
No,
you lost me at like the second part of it.
No, because you guys called my head a box, so it made me think of lesbians. But they're not lesbians; they're into dudes.
Called my head a
What?
box. It made me think of lesbians.
Why?
Because they like boxes.
Yeah,
They do?
Yeah.
What does
box
that
is another
They
term
like to
for
tongue punch
vagina.
boxes.
Oh, it is. I didn't know that.
Vagina.
So that's why I went there. Sorry, I just seen it. And I was like, "Isn't that being straight with extra steps?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
So
You
the
think-
movie.
There's way
you
too
think
many
our
extra
society
steps
will
now.
ever grow out of that?
Oh God, I hope so.
Or do you think
Hope
it'll
so.
just continue to evolve into nonsense?
You know what? Given everything that's happened, I hate to say it this way, but I think today's youth is bored, so they're coming up with problems. And in most other generations have had a problem.
So you're
Which is
saying
crazy,
we need a
because we
war.
have-
let's
I've
create-
said that before, yes.
We
let's
need a
make them
war.
I'm
not
gonna
so
say it
bored
again.
anymore.
I don't
Go
know
fucking
why
work.
we're bored. We have more things to do than you guys did.
Not that. No, every generation
Mentally bored.
every generation has
Oh.
had a problem, a real problem.
Mhm.
War. War.
Yeah.
War. Or like with us, we went through so many, crashes, once in a lifetime events. I don't know how many once in a lifetime events our generation has been through.
Yeah, we had the war, and then we had the repression
Mhm.
in '08, where like
COVID, pandemic.
COVID, the pandemic, all that. We had a lot of shit go on within our lifetime that we had to deal with. So
And
whenever
into
people,
a broken system that
whenever
we kept
people-
saying, "Oh, if you did this, you'd get this," and we have yet to
The
reap any of those
technology
rewards.
it's so funny. It's so funny because like I hate it when people are like, "Oh, the millennial generation, blah blah blah."
Mhm.
That's the problem. Like,
Mhm.
no, bitch, we're not the fucking problem. I can
we
guarantee
were
you
there
that.
when the
I
technology
think we might
boom.
be.
Yeah,
We might be
were
the most
probably the
level-headed generation in fucking years.
We were the generation that grew up without the internet, but then learned to use it. We were the generation that grew up in a time where you had cassette tapes, then it went to CDs, and now we've got digital. I mean, we're the generation that
Cell
grew up
phones.
with so much technology that it's easy for us to adapt.
It's so funny because if you took away our cell phones tomorrow, we'd be fine.
Give us a
I'd
week.
fuck less.
Yeah, we'd be fine.
Maybe not even a week, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Every generation has had something that they were dealing with in their youth that took up their time and their thought processes and they had a real problem to contend with, right? Like, when we saw the Twin Towers get hit, right? And instantly we're all like, oh my God, we're right at that age. Are we getting drafted? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I was honestly afraid. After a few years had gone by, I was afraid of being drafted.
yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying is that like we had all of these real problems going on in our heads that occupied us.
Yeah.
So now it's like this generation has to make up problems. Like, oh, we have more genders now, and we have this and we have that, and we're not, we're oppressed, and we're this and we're that, and it's kind of like, especially you wonder why people can't take them seriously when you look at all of the previous generations who were going to wars. You talk to veterans that were in World War II, and they could give a shit about your gender dysphoria.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So like.
But
I'm
we're
just
being
saying-
told that we have to care and we have to do this and we
Yeah.
have to do that.
Yeah.
And that's why I think, especially as our generation gets older, we care less and less
Mhm.
about people's problems, about their feelings.
Like, there was a time you could have brought that to our generation and would have been like, all right,
Let's talk about it.
let's talk about it. Let's figure this out.
Mhm.
But we have been through so much at this point that when we hear, I'm a trans man who's biologically female but is attracted to women, I'm instantly shut off.
I shut
I'm
down.
instantly like, I
Instantly.
do not give a fuck.
Yeah. I'm the same way, dude. The
Yeah.
exact same way.
Yeah.
As soon as you say that to me, I shut down and I block you
Like,
out.
to us, it sounds like noise and fake problems.
Yeah. That was like, I'm just thinking to myself, like, who gives a flying fuck, dude?
Mhm.
I don't care about your feelings. Nope, just like you don't care about mine or anybody around you. The only thing you obviously care about
You wanna
is
make other
attention.
Well, and here's the thing: we should care about each other as humans, right? We should. That's nobody lives on an island.
But it's hard
right?
to care
Everybody-
for morons.
Right. Everybody needs a group, right? Or
Yeah.
everybody needs the world, right? It takes all kinds of people to make this world go round. But it's like we are so overwhelmed with everything that's happened in our life that now it's like, get a real fucking problem. I'm tired of hearing about the fake ones. That's where we're at.
Right.
So
as you go, what we're trying to say, Madison, is as you get out into the world, you think about those things. You think about what's important and what isn't important. Because whenever you get out there, you're going to quickly realize that, man, what you're saying to me right now does not make a fucking difference. It does not mean anything. What matters right now is the fact that you're going to be in the Navy, and you might quite possibly be looking at a war. We don't know right now. But we didn't know that this was going to happen with Iran and everything, but here we are, and who knows what's going to happen. I didn't honestly think that Trump had the balls or had it in him to take us to war.
I thought he had the balls. 100%.
Well, maybe the balls, but I didn't think he was going to do it because I thought he was all about peace.
He is about peace. Peace through
I hope it stays that way.
Here's my problem with it, okay? Like, everybody's got a problem with Trump doing what everybody else has ran their mouth about doing.
Yeah. Yeah, don't get me wrong.
Iran is not supposed to have nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
They're not allowed. So, him doing what he did and calling it Bush Part 2, fuck off.
Yeah.
Bush was running his mouth about weapons of mass destruction that they never found. This is not a guess.
This is him saying, it doesn't matter if you do or not, now you fucking
They're
don't.
literally...
there was no guess. There was radium there, and it was being cultivated.
You can't tell me that they're not testing nukes underground with them having these earthquakes.
I don't know.
But
you know what, though? He alleviated the fucking problem.
Yes.
Exactly.
So, in any case...
And right now, he's pissed off Israel.
Yeah.
Because Israel is going around...
After he got them to agree to a ceasefire, then Israel fired again.
Yeah, now he's mad at them because they fucking... Ballistic missiles, though. Come on.
Yeah. No,
but still, they were supposed to not be firing shit.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a ceasefire.
Right, I know.
But, like, I'm not saying one way or the other. What I'm saying is that I don't have a problem with the move he made.
No, I don't either.
He wants those.
I didn't want it, but you know what? Though it happened, and it was necessary.
I don't want it either. Nobody wants war, right? Like nobody wants there to be conflict or tension. Nobody. But it's kind of like, if your neighbor comes over and steals half your fence, you're just going to be like, okay.
I know this all sounds like boring bullshit to you right now.
Yeah.
But when you get in the Navy, this is going to be everyday talk for you.
Yeah.
Every day. You're going to be worried about what the government's doing, what the military's doing. What other countries
and this whole thing about he needed to tell Congress. He told Congress, but he didn't need to ask for their fucking permission. He's the commander and fucking chief.
Yeah.
How many other presidents have done this?
Right.
Exactly. Every
Bush,
single fucking
Clinton,
one.
Reagan. I mean, the list can go on and on.
A declaration of war needs
Congress. But this is exactly what we were talking about with being the millennial generation. We've been through all this already.
Mm-hmm.
The Iraq War was fucking bonkers.
And it was dumb.
And it was dumb. We shouldn't have been there. And then you had the whole thing with Saddam Hussein.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all just an excuse to start a war so he could go capture and do what his daddy was doing.
And then you got my generation.
Well, he wanted that oil, baby.
Yeah, he wanted that oil.
Karen. And then you got my generation getting on TikTok and making fun of the fact that we might be going to war. Don't get me wrong.
They have no fucking clue what they're in for if we do.
They're going to be the ones that are out there like, do we have anything gluten-free in the cafeteria? Because I can't eat bread.
That's the problem, though. This generation of kids coming up,
they
honestly,
create
the
problems.
one before them, they're fucking, they have no clue.
They create problems.
Yeah.
And it's like...
They don't know how to solve problems. They don't even know how to fucking work a microwave.
When they're faced with a real problem, they have no idea what to do.
Yeah, they have no idea what kind of bullshit they're in for if a war does break out. I'm also
seeing recent military your boot camps and stuff, and they have all this stuff for these people to have nowadays that back in the day you couldn't have that.
Well, that's like I said though, with Madison's generation, I've met a lot of Madison's friends, and most of them, for the most part, they're kids, but they're pretty level-headed. I feel like this generation getting out of school now and coming up, they're not all about that bullshit.
Well, and let's be honest,
at least not as much as they were.
Not my friends.
Trump got elected, right? He got elected by the popular vote and everything else. So the people who are doing these things, let's be real here. The people who are doing these things, the people who are running their mouths and saying all that, they're the loudest.
Yeah.
Because the ones who have level heads are not loud until you make us be loud. Right? For the most part, we're just going to be like, whatever, you're dumb. And the people, you think about being in school, right? And the people who were the loudest had the least bite.
Yeah.
So I'm not concerned about the generation, so to speak. But all these ones that are out there running their mouths and being loud, you don't speak for your entire generation, is what I'm saying.
That is true.
And you are literally making yourself look like a fool. The internet is forever, and someday you're gonna grow up, you're gonna look back, and you're gonna go,
yeah. That's the
Ooh.
biggest thing for me. Like, I'm like looking at this shit. Like,
Look,
one day you're gonna grow up and you're gonna look at yourself and you're gonna think, "Man, I was a fucking idiot."
I think about some of the things I said and did at 18 years old.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh God, I'm glad we didn't have Facebook. And,
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't
Right.
record that
And
shit. You know what I
TikTok
mean? Like,
and-
these are just things that you're like, as a kid, which most of ours was just dumb decisions. But like
Okay,
some of the
well,
things that
No,
people
but
say
some of
and
our
do,
belief systems, some
Some
of the things that we
things-
thought were important or something, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
we were kids too.
yeah,
And I'm not saying,
I've seen posts that I've made on Facebook way back
And you're
in
like,
the day, and I'm just like, I said that.
can I delete this?
cringy as
Delete.
fuck.
Yeah. I mean, we all as kids have different viewpoints that now you look back and go, man, how naive,
Yeah, for sure.
But this isn't naivety.
Yeah.
This is full on. I know everything. You know nothing, and you don't know how bad we have it. And just
Oh, my God, I hate
come
that.
on, please.
Don't get me wrong. I think the kids got it hard in the sense that you don't just get bullied at school anymore. You come home and still get bullied on the
Absolutely.
internet.
Oh,
things like
definitely. They have got worries.
That.
They've got problems.
That sucks, man. It
But
really
how about
does.
let's deal with the problems that are really there and
Yeah.
quit making up fake ones?
But then again, you guys don't understand. Don't get me wrong. I think some bullying is good. Kids nowadays
Can
need to be
build
toughened
character.
up.
Yeah.
You guys are weak and you're pussies. Where in my generation, if you were bullied, you didn't run home and tell your parents. You fucking stood up for yourself or you took it like a man. Like, that's just what it was. I didn't run home and tell mommy and daddy somebody's bullying me at school.
Just
or
dealt with
go
it.
home and blast them all over the internet and get blasted. No, you took care of that shit. Because if you didn't,
But the thing is,
You either stood
nowadays,
up for
though,
yourself or you didn't.
exactly.
I blame the teachers, and I'll tell you why. Not because they're not protecting the kids, but because somebody who stands up for themselves gets just as much punishment or more
Yes.
Yeah,
than the
that's true.
person who didn't. And so, back in the day, how many times did fights break out and you saw teachers go, I don't see shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was
Usually, if there
insane.
was bullying or anything like that, the teachers walked up and said, "Hey, knock it off." And that was it. They
Mhm.
walked away. There was no suspension or
And
oh,
if they
you
knew
guys
that
are
there
going
was
to...
a problem, if they
Now
knew
they
that this kid-
prosecute kids.
Yeah, and if they knew that this one kid was causing problems all the time, they were a bully, and they got the ass kicked, nobody was like, the teachers literally, like, I remember one time 2 teachers got pulled into the office over a fight. We all knew it was because this kid was bullying another, and they were both like, I wasn't even there. Seriously. Like,
Yeah.
that's how it was. If teachers knew that a kid was a problem, you'd look around, they'd be gone. So that they could be like, I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything. Because they knew that the repercussions would be on them too.
Yeah.
And they weren't going to
Well,
lose
and
their
they'd have
job
to
because
be-
kids are being kids.
Well, when just that, they didn't want the kid who was sticking up for themselves to be, held back for
Accountable.
anything, held accountable for it. Because if they were asked about it, then they'd have to be honest.
But nowadays,
right?
you got cameras everywhere in your
Yeah,
schools.
that's
Yeah, that's true. That's very
Not
true.
in the classrooms though. They just keep them in the hallways, not in the classrooms or bathrooms.
Well, they
I
were
mean, that's
always,
how-
the fight was were always in the hallway.
That's
They
how
were
Aiden got
rarely-
suspended in middle school because
Really?
the cameras caught him pretty much defending himself. The kid went up and pushed him, and he got up, pushed the kid over the top of the table, and started beating the shit out of him.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Right.
And, yeah, he
Did you
got
see
Anyway.
the video? Was
he
it
got
awesome?
he got suspended. The only problem that I had was Aiden's cousins jumped in the fight, and I told him, I said, Aiden, now that part right there, you should have gotten your cousin's face and told him to stay the fuck out of it.
Yeah. Yep. If I can't finish my fight, then you jump in. If I'm getting my ass kicked to no end, then
If
you
you
jump
see
in.
that I'm done and I'm not
And he's
defending
still
myself
kicking me,
anymore, then step
you
in.
jump
But
in.
if
But let me fight my own fight. Anyway, everybody, tell Madison we all hope her the best of luck.
I'll wait. Just kidding.
But she,
not a total
this is the
douchebag.
beginning of the rest of her life. So after this week, she's no longer a kid. Which she's 18 now, but she's no longer a child. She's got.
I'm not 15 anymore.
you'll always be his child, so don't worry.
Right, but
So,
she,
guys.
but I can't tell her what to do anymore.
No.
So from here on out, she's got to deal with all the same problems we got to deal with. So
You
let's
can
all
still,
wish
you
her
can
the
still
best
try
of
to
luck.
guide her. You just can't tell her what to do.
Yeah, let's all wish her the best of luck, and let's all hope that she is successful in her endeavors.
Mhm.
She's gonna be.
Oh, I know. I've got a lot of faith in
Yeah.
her. So
She's got a good head on her shoulders.
Yeah, for sure.
Jinx, you and me, Coke.
I like that.
but anyway, so everybody tell Madison goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
You'll be missed.
I'll tell you guys bye whenever you walk out the door. It's okay.
Anyway,
He told
so
us to.
next week Jeremiah will be stepping in as our full-time Madison.
Don't call him that though. That'd be a little weird.
Madison number 2.
Not even. Just don't call him Madison at all.
But anyway, so he's going to step in next week. And what movie is he picking?
Chiller Rama.
Really?
Yep.
See, I hit the button a while back
I
ago.
helped.
Chiller Rama.
Chiller Rama.
Pretty.
fuck is that?
Isn't that a anthology?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I've seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't this the one with the giant sperm
Where the
and the werebears?
And the werebears.
Where the
Fuck
fuck do I
me.
watch this at?
I'm glad I'm getting out of here.
You would not like this one at all.
If I gotta
You
rent
should watch
this
it.
movie, I'm going to be so pissed.
First time we saw it was on our anniversary. We watched it on purpose.
It's not a good movie.
Sure it is.
Came out in
It's-
I don't know what a good
2011.
movie is.
She said we watched
The
it on
giant sperm
purpose.
is funny, but the
It's on
most out of place
Plex.
one is the werebear.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
If it's on Plex, I should be able to watch it just fine.
All right, so next week we're gonna do Chillerama.
Is there anybody
From
in
what
here
year
that I
did that come
know?
out?
Fuck, I don't know. What year is it?
2011.
There you go.
2011, year after
I can't.
Tucker and Dale.
I can't scroll down too far because if I do, I'll see the Rotten Tomato scores.
So next week, Chillerama. Be here.
I
In the
won't,
meantime-
but you guys do.
Yeah,
You guys do be, I won't be.
do be, won't be. All right, bye.
Okay, bye.
Adios.
Bye.
Until next time.